What if the Bible you're holding isn't the same Bible people read 2,000 years ago? What if words were added, removed, or even changed over time? And if that's true, can you still trust it? This question has shaken faith, sparked debates, and left many wondering, did the Bible change over time? Welcome to Sacred Questions, a space where we explore the deepest and most difficult questions about God, faith, and truth. Today's question is one that sits right at the heart of Christianity. Is the Bible reliable, or has it been altered throughout history? Because if the Bible has changed significantly, then everything built on it, faith, doctrine, hope, starts to feel uncertain. But if it hasn't, then what we hold today might be far more trustworthy than we think. Let's explore this, honestly, carefully, and without fear. First, we need to understand something important. The Bible didn't fall from the sky as a finished book. It was written over roughly 2,500 years by dozens of authors, prophets, kings, fishermen, and scholars. These writings were originally in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, and for centuries they were copied by hand. That's where the question begins. Because anytime humans copy something by hand, mistakes or even changes can happen. So yes, the Bible was copied. But the deeper question is, how accurately was it preserved? An honest answer? Yes. But not in the way many people think. There are thousands of ancient manuscripts of the Bible, far more than any other ancient text. When scholars compare them, they do find differences. But here's the key. Most of these differences are incredibly small. We're talking about things like spelling variations, word order differences, minor copying errors. For example, one manuscript might say, Jesus Christ. Another might say, Christ Jesus. Same meaning, no change in message. Now, are there a few larger variations? Yes, a small number of verses appear in some manuscripts, but not others. But here's what's fascinating. None of these differences change any core Christian belief. Not about God, not about Jesus, not about salvation. This is where things get more serious. Some critics argue that scribes may have intentionally altered parts of the Bible. And historically, there is some evidence that minor adjustments were made for clarity, emphasis, or harmonization. But here's the crucial point. We know about these changes. Why? Because we have so many manuscripts that scholars can compare them and identify where differences exist. This field of study is called textual criticism, and its goal is not to hide changes, but to recover the original text as accurately as possible. In fact, because of this process, the Bible is one of the most transparent ancient texts in existence. Nothing is hidden. Everything is examined. This is the real question, isn't it? Not just did it change, but can I trust it? And the answer depends on what you expect. If you expect a perfectly untouched document with zero variation, then no, the Bible doesn't meet that standard. But here's the twist. No ancient document does. Yet compared to other historical texts, the Bible stands in a category of its own. More manuscripts, earlier copies, greater consistency, which leads many scholars, even skeptical ones, to conclude, we can reconstruct the original text of the Bible with remarkable confidence. But maybe the most important question isn't about ink, paper, or copying. Maybe it's this. If God wanted to communicate with humanity, would he allow his message to be lost? Some believe that divine truth doesn't depend on perfect transmission, but on faithful preservation over time. Others still struggle with doubt, and that's okay. Because questioning doesn't mean you're losing faith. Sometimes it means you're taking it seriously. So, did the Bible change over time? In small ways, yes. In any way that destroys its message, that's far less certain. What's remarkable is not that variations exist, but that across thousands of manuscripts, centuries of copying, and countless cultures, the core message has remained strikingly consistent. A message about a God who speaks, a broken humanity, and a story of redemption. Maybe the real question isn't just, has the Bible changed? But what if its message hasn't? If this made you think, even a little, then you're exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe to Sacred Questions for more honest conversations about faith, doubt, and truth. And I'd really love to hear from you. Do you think the Bible can still be trusted today? Why or why not? Let's talk about it in the comments.